In this video, I'm going to challenge myself to read dark academia books for 24 hours. So think Moody Castle, Dark Forest, and maybe even a few academic rivals. Now do not worry, this is not a 24-hour straight challenge. We have in fact learned our lesson from last time. And I'm not crazy, people. At least it's never been clinically proven. Now, when it comes to dark or eerie books, we have a plethora of books to choose from, but with the academia part, it was kind of hard to find some. I found two really good books that definitely fit the criteria perfectly. The first one is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Now, if you guys are not new here, you know I'm obsessed with Leigh Bardugo because of the Six of Crows duology. That was literally perfection, so I trust this woman with my life. She is probably the first one we're going to start with. This is a book about a girl named Alex. She is one of the most unlikely new members of Yale's freshman class. And while she's there, she joins one of their secret societies. And we follow her through that experience, all the things that she uncovers. And if that doesn't scream dark academia, I don't know what to give you. Number 2 is A Deadly Education. This got me because it literally said if Harry Potter was more like Wednesday Addams. So there's that. This is also about academia, but this is actually magical academia. It's about a girl at a new magical school, and she descends from like an evil family, so everyone expects her to be evil. So in spite of them, she's trying her best to be on her best behavior, but there's one caveat to that. She has an academic rival that everyone loves and she obviously naturally hates, and so she's trying to work through those emotions while she's on her best behavior, and it's supposed to be funny, witty, and clever, and those are all words that I love. So these are our two first starting points. After that, things will get a little muddy and they're just kind of dark, not necessarily academic. We'll see what we find later. If we even get to a third book, usually if the trend stays the same, we'll probably finish 2 books and only get halfway through one of these anyway. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, morale is pretty much in the trenches this morning because it is not morning. It is 12 in the afternoon. We are starting a 24-hour reading challenge at 12 in the afternoon, meaning if I'm going to read 12 hours today, we are ending at 12. And then we have to get up tomorrow and read 12 more hours. So planning kind of went awry there, but with the lens of delusion, I truly do believe we can do this. And because I'm sleeping in the middle of it, there's no way this can go awry, right? Right? Anyway, we are now starting our timer. I do believe in us, and we haven't done this in so long. So naturally, I believe either 2 things are gonna happen. Number 1, because we haven't done it so long, it's gonna feel fresh again and we can definitely do it and we're gonna knock this out of the park. When has that ever happened? Again, lens of delusion. Second option is this is going to go horrifically wrong. Time will tell. All right, people, it's now or never. Let's get started. I am going to start with Ninth House. All right, party people, it is currently way past my bedtime. It is 1:16 in the morning. And I hate it here. My bed is literally right there. Past this wall lays all of my greatest dreams right now. And I am here in my living room talking to you while you're comfortable and you've got probably maybe possibly 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. And I'm sitting here deranged and sleep deprived talking about books that I've been reading all day. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying to keep it civil. You didn't ask me to do this. I'm doing this on my own free will. I have no one to be mad at but myself. Let me just tell you what I just got into today. Sorry, I forgot what I was trying to say mid-sentence. We paused the timer. 11 hours left. Almost 12 hours left. So we did our time. Let me tell you what that entailed. I listened to Ninth House the entire day because it was free on Libby, and I'm not spending any more money at Spotify. I hate that you have to pay for airtime. Don't get me on my soapbox. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm very sleep deprived. It is criminal for them to make you pay for spot. I'm on my soapbox. I'm sorry. There's no way out of this now. You're going to listen to this. There should not be a way for them to charge us money to have the premium package of Spotify and not have commercials. And then when that comes with audiobooks, all of a sudden you only get 15 hours. By the way, that's one good book. That's one good book a month. Hello? When you're done with that 15 hours, after they've already taken your coin for the whole Spotify thing in general, if you want more hours of air, of just there's no tangible product I'm getting in my hand. They're not giving me a book. They want another $12.99? Not in this economy. So I found the books on Libby. I did want to start A Deadly Education. That was our other, if you remember, if you follow me. I mean, this was only minutes for you. This has been out. You didn't ask me to do this. I can't be upset with you. I'm sorry. It was only minutes for you. So you do remember that I said I was going to read A Deadly Education. I am not, in fact, reading A Deadly Education because when I typed it into Libby, she had the nerve to say 14-week wait. That's just not something I'm going to do. So then I typed in Hellbent, which is the second book to this. Also dark academia, obviously, because it's all in the same world. You're following me. And they had it. So I was like, okay, well, someone's decided that we are just going to continue this train and read Hellbent, which is the second book, which is what I'm on and what I stopped at chapter 7. Okay, let me tell you about this one though, because I've got some thoughts, surprising thoughts, genuinely, because Leigh Bardugo, my girl. After Six of Crows, I trusted her with my life. With this one, it was like I trusted her with my life, and she did in fact let me fall out of the car. She let me fall out of the car for a second. It was not what I expected. I went in thinking this was going to be a 6-star. So that's where my expectations are. And I honestly didn't really know what Ninth House would entail, but it's not this. What I got wasn't what I expected. It is a very gory whodunit with so many confusing loopholes, and genuinely, can I be honest, it is 1:21 in the morning. If there's ever a time to be honest, it is now. I didn't necessarily like it for a long time. Ugh, that is so hard to say. Leigh Bardugo is one of my favorite authors because of the Six of Crows duology. It just shot her up to my list at the top. You can't see it, but this is the top. But also like not discrediting her, because sometimes we all have days. We all have bad days. This is a bad moment for me. I'm very tired. So I know she's had to have moments where she's not putting out the best product. You know what I'm saying? So we have to come in with compassion. We have to come in with empathy. So I've got that emotional cap on, trying to understand what the hell I just read. The book wasn't bad. Let me start there. Because at first, I'm not going to lie, halfway through, I did not like the book. It was kind of iffy for me. And I was like, there's no way in God's green earth I'm reading this second book. But then towards the second half, I was like, that was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty interesting. I do want to know what happened to these people. Let's keep this party going. Also, again, keep in mind, it's free on Libby. What else am I gonna do? So then I'm like, you know what? We'll read this and we'll continue it. But I will say, the writing was extremely gory, extremely dark, topic-wise. It was much darker than the Six of Crows duology. Like, I feel like they glazed over things that could have been harmful or like very heavy. But in here, she was like, no, this is full-on adult. We're not playing around. There was like essay, there was other things, there was extreme violence, there was a lot of ghost and gore. And I was like surprised. I was like, Leigh, whoa, Leigh. And I just did not expect that. And then with the magic system here too, it's not like anything I expected, because they have these secret societies in this college, right? And all of these secret societies kind of work together, and they're doing this for their alumni and to push their own agenda forward. And in her society, she's kind of like the guidance for these things to make sure that things don't get out of hand. And something happened within her society, and she was basically trying to figure out a whodunit, right? The different twists and turns this whodunit took. Honest to God, towards the end, I was like, Leigh, I love you, but you're doing too much. She was tying in so many things in so many ways. I was like, pick 3 topics and let's move on. It was just so much. But then there were a lot of like high moments. It was like an EKG. This book was like an EKG. There was a lot of high moments where I'm like, oh my God, I actually really love that part. For instance, there's a part where she's making friends and she does something that really helps and supports that friend. I thought that was really cool. Then there were some low moments where I was getting confused. I'm like, girl, what are we talking about? And then all these different things were tying in and wasn't really making sense. I'm like, okay, this is a low. And then another high was when she was talking about another person in her secret society and how they started to bond to get closer. I'm like, oh, okay, we got another one. And just throughout the book, we've just, and I just wasn't expecting that. Truthfully, honest to God, subconsciously, I was expecting another 6-star. So imagine my surprise when I make it out of this book and it's a 3. So there's that. I am going to go to sleep now because I'm not going to put you or me through what would happen if I stayed up. And tomorrow we have, now all of a sudden I feel wide awake, by the way. Tomorrow we have 11 hours and 51 minutes and 12 seconds.
The next day.
Good morning, party people. It is amazing. Truly, honest to God, amazing what a little bit of sleep will do. I feel like a new woman. I don't know who you were talking to last night. I apologize on her behalf, but I do want to go back in time and talk about what we read. We did in fact finish Ninth House. I can't remember how coherent I was last night, truthfully. I don't know what I said to you. I don't know what that little gremlin said to you. I apologize in advance or after the fact. I do feel like an explanation is due for the rating and also what I got from the book. So in Ninth House, it's basically about a young girl. Her name is Galaxy, by the way. Insane, I know. But everyone calls her Alex, so all is forgiven. But it's about this young girl named Alex who comes from literally nothing, less than nothing, truthfully. And one day, someone seeks her out for her gifts because she can see ghosts, basically. They call them grays in the book. And they seek her out and they ask her to use her gifts to help this secret society in Yale. So throughout this book, you see that she is extremely morally gray. And the people around her, the other side characters, they were truly really developed, though. I think that's one thing I really do love about Leigh Bardugo, and she did bring that into this book. They all do this incredible bidding for different magical creatures, and they're trying to basically save the world over and over again and solve these random mysteries. In all, I thought it was like a good idea, but in practice, like in actuality, just for me and my reading experience with this book, I'm genuinely surprised. That's not how you say it. I'm genuinely surprised that I didn't love this because I think Six of Crows just blinded me. I thought that's what I was going into with this. And now looking back, it's not fair to compare series just because it's the same author. I think the story is good. And I think that if I came in with no expectations, I might even say it was like pretty good. I rated this a 3-star. I stand by that. And it's just because there were so many different things that was going into this book. I did not know it was going to be a whodunit. It is dark academia. She is, again, a student at Yale. She's going to classes, all while seeing ghosts every day, all while trying to solve these murders, all while trying to like get herself together. She has gone through so much, and it's a very dark book, surprisingly dark. Not that it was like not refreshing. It was refreshing to have more adult themes in this book because I love Six of Crows, but it wasn't anything like that. There were dark themes in there, but they were brushed over. In this book, she goes all the way for it. She's not playing around. That was very surprising for me, and I also didn't expect it to be a whodunit. It really felt like a young sleuth in the depths of college and academia, all while dealing with this magical world, her own powers, and just trying to save the people around her. Not in a good way, not in a bad way. No one's very clearly good. No one's very clearly bad. Everyone has their own reasons. I personally love a morally gray protagonist. I do. And there were plenty to choose from in here. And I do like her little ragtag crew who didn't necessarily like her at first. I like that she was kind of an underdog. I do like those things in the book. But my only qualm, which I guess is a large qualm, is that there were so many things she was trying to tie into this book. It was a murder mystery. She saw ghosts. There were demons. They went to hell. She was trying to solve all these mysteries. And there were all these players that could have possibly done the murders. I think it's one thing to throw in one surprise and then it's like, wow, that's insane. But when you constantly throw in more surprises and more details that are supposed to be outlandish and crazy, you start to get numb to it as a reader. At least I do. So by the time we got to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th surprise, I was just like, I was no longer super invested in the plot. I was more so invested in the characters, because if you invest enough time into something, naturally you're going to have an affinity for it. At the bare minimum, you're going to be curious. And I had more than just the bare minimum. I was more than just curious. I definitely liked a lot of these characters. I loved Turner. I loved Dawes. I even love Darlington. I feel like that was the charm in this book for me. The reason why it wasn't a bad book is because the characters and the character development was really cool. But I just felt like the overall plot, the adventure, everything that was going on was just so convoluted. It was hard to see the overall picture, see what she was trying to do. And unfortunately, that made me drop down stars. But it wasn't enough to where I was like, I don't want to hear the story anymore. And if I'm going to be honest, I've been listening to the audiobook. Let me go on a tangent. I love a good audiobook. You know it's serious when the glasses come off. I love a good audiobook because when you get a good audiobook on and you lock in at home, I deep clean my whole house. I have this machine, and it's literally the coolest thing I've ever bought in my life. It's this little machine that you turn on and off, and there's little brushes that you can change. I deep cleaned my bathroom. I literally yesterday, you didn't see this. Take my word for it. Yesterday, I was staring down the eyes of all the bacteria in my house, and I said, it's me and you. I'm listening to this girl, Alex Galaxy, seeing ghosts, going through all of this stuff, and I'm just locking eyes with dirt, and I'm like, it's me and you. And it was such a good time. I had so much fun. I had my little thing that has the different brushes, and I'm literally scrubbing the tile, scrubbing the grout for an hour in my bathtub, having the grandest time. I don't know about you. Is this a safe space? I don't know about you, but there's something therapeutic. Something gets scratched up here when all you do is just deep clean your house. It's honest work. Someone's got to do it. It's honest work. You feel accomplished after. And then I'm also getting something done up here too, because I'm listening to an audiobook. Are you following me? Do you see how magical this is? So I'm also getting something done up here because I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm mentally stimulated. I'm physically stimulated. I'm having a great time. I deep cleaned my entire bathroom yesterday. And guess what? Today it's me in the kitchen. Alex up here. Me and my little tool here. I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. So that's how today is gonna go. We have 12 hours to get down today. We did well yesterday. I don't know, again, the little gremlin you had to talk to at 1 o'clock in the morning. My bedtime's 8:30. So I cannot account for who you see after 8:30. I know my limits, and yet here I am for you. So you better like and subscribe. We are in the middle of Hellbent, so we are basically, I think I'm over 100 pages in. Actually, I think I'm 150 pages in, so go me. Yeah, I'm on chapter 18. We're going to put our headphones on because I got it on Libby. Amazing. And then we're going to continue this story. This one I feel a little bit better about, and I can't tell if it's because I understand the characters more, I understand the world more, and I've already just like spent all of this time with them. I think if I read this book in sections, it might have been even worse for me, but because I just raw dogged the whole thing and just listened to the whole book at once, suddenly I'm like, it's not that bad. So now I'm back in the world, and we're just gonna lock in and see how far we get. Well, obviously we have to finish it because we've got 12 hours and we got to finish it, but I digress. Let's get to reading. I definitely liked this one more than the first book. However, it's not a 3-star. I would give this a 3.5 star. So it had a lot of the same issues that I had with the first book in this book. So there were a lot of different plot loops. There were so many like gotcha moments and her adding so many different monsters and suspects that it just numbed me to the surprise factor of it all. And I feel like this one was a little bit worse when it comes to that. But I think I liked this one better because I loved the characters from before. I really like the characters. We wouldn't say love. I really like the characters from the first book, and seeing them grow and progress and become closer was really cool in this. So I think that's what really gave me that extra 0.5 of a star thing. I think what's so hard for me is the fact that Leigh Bardugo is one of my favorite authors, and this is just from going from a 6-star read from her to a 3 is a crazy jump. And I just can't reconcile that in my mind. So I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. I would just say I'm like disappointed adjacent, whatever that is. What is the synonym for that? What is the word for that? I don't know. I'm disappointed adjacent, which is unfortunate, but this did leave on a cliffhanger. And I think that I'm interested enough to continue to read whenever this third book comes out, if she even plans on writing this third book, just because I do like the characters. Now, if it's years from now and she puts it out like 5 years from now, I probably won't read it because I won't care anymore. But I just finished the book. So now I'm like, if she puts it out, I'll read it type of thing. So that is the second book. We have 4 hours left. I feel pretty good. It's crazy what a little bit of sleep will do. Because if we were 20 hours in and we just didn't sleep, completely different version of me. You would not be getting coherent sentences. You would not be getting thought pieces on books. This would be a very different situation. So it's almost like you guys are right. All the people telling me every time I do this, I need to sleep. It's almost like you guys are right. No, I love that. Y'all really ate with that. So we're going to go into this next book, super strong. I'm actually excited about this one. It is A Deadly Education. Here, again, this is about a young girl. This is magic again, dark academia. This is about a young girl trying to make it through this crazy wizarding school that's basically trying to kill her. And she's in the school during a time where they have this golden boy. His name is Orion Lake, and everyone loves him but her, because she's trying to just show that she can make it on her own, and he keeps saving her, and that just makes her so angry. So it's really it's giving enemies to lovers, and you know that's my jam. And I feel like this is such a strong thing to end this challenge with, because it sounds like everything I love. And again, it's giving Wednesday Adam vibes. Perfect for this season. So I'm super excited to get started with this one. Let's see how far we get. We only have 4 hours left, so I don't predict we're gonna finish this book, but I will say if we read shorter books, I do think we would have gotten through 3 whole books this time. We just didn't, because both of these books are 500 pages each, or like very close to 500 pages, and we finished both of them. So I'm very happy with that. 2 books down already. Let's start our third one. Let's finish this strong. Let's see how far we can get. And I also have this audiobook on Spotify. I still have Spotify credits. So I'm going to put this on 1.5 speed and read it with this, because that's one of my favorite things to do. And we're going to see how far we get. We have half an hour left, and I'm really enjoying this book. This book is making this entire challenge worth it, just because I love the humor. She is so Wednesday Addams coded, by the way, and she doesn't want to be a bad person, but everyone sees her as a bad person. She's very clever. She has an attitude about everything, but she's so funny, and she hates when she cares about other people. It's so cute. I'm really liking it. And I'm at a point in the book now where we're getting to learn the magic system pretty well, and the school that she goes to, this school is almost like alive. It's alive with these creatures that she has to battle every single day, and she's literally surviving day by day, hour by hour, and she's so much stronger than these other kids, and she's trying to downplay it so that people aren't afraid of her, and so that she can also prove them wrong. She doesn't want to be this bad thing, but she has all of this power within her, and it would be so easy to be evil, and that's not something she wants to be. And her mother is the complete opposite of who she is. She's so bubbly and light and gives everyone second, third, fourth, fifth chances, and she's someone who's very negative and calculated, and it's just so funny to see the difference, because she's perceived as harmful, but she's not really harmful. She's a really good person, and she hates that she's a good person. So seeing that constant battle in her thinking and thought process is pretty humorous, and I feel like this is what I thought I was going to get when I was reading those other books. But I digress. We're going to keep going as far as we can. We only have 30 minutes left, so I don't think that we're going to get very far. Maybe one more chapter in. I'm on chapter 8 now. We're about to start chapter 8, and then after that we'll be done, so I'm excited. We just have to power through this last few minutes. It is, what is it? It is currently 10 p.m., so I'm already feeling tired. Let's bring it home, people. We did it. We made it 24 hours. Stop. Pretty happy about that, not gonna lie. I will say this book made everything worth it. Also, the hack of doing an audiobook, game changer. Every time we do these 24-hour reading vlogs, we have to listen to an audiobook at least once, because being able to do other things and still be a normal person while trying to do this challenge is pivotal to not only my mental health, but also like the success of the video, because I just feel like morale is down in the trenches. If you've watched some of my earlier ones where I was just reading physical books, we're almost there. Oh, why did I decide to do this? For 24 hours straight, I was losing my mind. I was losing my mind. I'm not even going to pretend like I wasn't. I was in fact losing my mind. But now I'm like so proud of myself. I feel like out of all of the challenges that we've done for the 24-hour reading challenge, this one is by far the best. And it's not even because of the books. It's because I was able to deep clean my house. I slept, and we still got 2.5 books done. And I do believe if we picked shorter books, obviously, we probably would have finished 3 books, and we've never finished 3 books. So I'm having a grand old time. I'm very happy. And we read nothing but dark academia. Now I feel like I'm completely in the fall mood. Before I was tiptoeing because the weather's playing around. It'd be cold in the morning, and then in the afternoon it's like 80 degrees. Make it make sense, global warming. And it is our fault, so I can't even be mad. Whatever. These are the books we finished. I'm super happy. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books. If you're also ready for fall, what other dark academia books should I read? If I'm still on this vibe, which I am. And thank you so much for hanging out with me for 24 hours. This was so fun. No, actually, I think this is the first one we are leaving, dare I say, unscathed. Dare I say. I'm pretty happy. Good job. Thanks for being here, Lil Mama. Love you.